Well, now the Health Secretary has confirmed that NHS workers will no longer be mandated to be vaccinated against COVID. The government is dropping the rules, which would have meant that staff in England had until this week to receive a first jab or face losing their jobs in April. All healthcare workers in England were told they must be fully vaccinated by the 1st of April or risk losing their jobs. But now Sajid Javid says that this will no longer be necessary. Our health correspondent Ashish Joshi reports.
Julia has been training to be a doctor for 4 years. The past few months have been her hardest. She's unvaccinated and faced having to give up her career even before it began.
I'm already in over £40,000 of debt for my first degree, and I'm nearly on the home stretch, so it took a really big toll on my mental health. I've had to get into therapy for additional support because of this situation.
But do you accept that the vaccines work, that they save lives, they stop people from getting very sick and ending up in hospital?
With someone like me who is fit, healthy and young and who has already had COVID, those were reasons for which drove my position to not take the vaccine.
But now, just days before Julia and her colleagues had to be vaccinated once to meet the mandatory deadline, the government has reversed its decision.
While vaccination remains our very best line of defence against COVID-19, I believe that it is no longer proportionate to require vaccination as a condition of deployment through statute.
The Health Secretary was confronted by an unvaccinated doctor in a hospital earlier this month.
What do you think of the new rule to require vaccination?
I have not had a vaccination. I do not want to have a vaccination.
And these views are shared by around 77,000 other NHS staff. Workers the health service cannot afford to lose. But around 95% of NHS workers have had the jab. The threat of losing their jobs boosted this number.
I personally couldn't bear to go to work knowing that I haven't done all I can to protect patients who may be very sick, they may be having cancer, chemotherapy. If I give them COVID, I may take their life from them, and I just can't do that.
And these are pressures the care sector is all too aware of. Some 40,000 staff are thought to have quit because of the vaccine mandate that came into force in November.
There are many people who have had to make that decision already to leave their jobs, some of whom have been working in those homes for many years, and they're not necessarily now in a position where they're going to come back to those roles. So we've already lost something as a result of the policy.
Julia can now look forward to the career she's been dreaming of. But now she and all NHS workers will be hoping this U-turn does not cause any long-lasting damage to the health service. Ashish Joshi, Sky News.
Now then, the Prime